Let's begin. I have really two short varts to share. Two short. We're gonna deviate. Usually I sit here with a Drash Moshe.
I was
It's
going to say it's
usually
usually two bars
it's
per
usually
Mishnah.
two Ramoshes. That's usually our Thursday night. We'll call it a Thursday night chill. However, I have two thoughts that I already saw this week, and I just need to share. I need to share. I feel that there's something that we all need to hear. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna deviate. Sometimes you have to change it all up. So one is this is you're gonna see it's not really my style. It's a mushal. It's a shtickle story. But listen,
I see the beyond the cat was
there
rather
you
cool.
go. There you go. We're gonna get a little bit of everything. So, firstly, it's a pasuk in the Torah of you have to no. Kabir is avicha v'esimecha. Okay, we all know that. Says Rashi famously, what happens if a parent tells you to be over an avera? You don't listen. Why? Because you have to listen to Hashem. Okay, simple. I think something we all know. The Dubna Magid is such a beautiful mashal how to explain this Rashi, which doesn't really need explanation, but I think the mashal gives us a real depth of something that we know. We have to remind ourselves. As the Mesilas Yesharim famously teaches us, that which we know is the things that we need to remind ourselves of the most. And this is one of those I think you will see in a few short moments. As every good mashal goes, there's going to be a king. Don't worry, we'll get to the king in a moment. But before the king, there was someone with 3 sons. He has 3 sons, and he tells his kids, I'm sending you away for a year. I want you to figure out something special, something chashiv, a business, a this, or that, over the next year. Wonderful. A year passes, all 3 boys come back, each with their own idea. One has developed an apparatus to see very far. We call that a telescope, an invention, a chiddush. He shows his father, he worked so hard and he developed this way. He looks here, look, I can see mamish. Psh, beautiful. The next child comes up, says, you know what I invented? A way to travel very fast. What we would call a car, a train, maybe even a bicycle, a scooter. Travel very fast. Public disclaimer, make sure your children wear helmets for your scooters. Scary what goes on out there. Mamish, public disclaimer, share with family and friends. Usually don't say share things with family and friends, but share with family and friends. Why? Because we care about our children, and it's scary. No, mamish, I'm petrified to see kids. It's scary. It's mamish scary. Okay, I'll tiftach, but it's scary. I'm sorry. Let's get back where we were. Child number 3. What does he invent? A medicine, a cure, a medicine. What type of disease? A medicine. A few days later, child number 1 is sitting there with his telescope, and he sees in the distance, he sees that in the palace, there's a commotion. There's a distress. Something is going on. Here's our king for our mashal. Something's going on in the palace. Something's going on with the king. He quickly calls, yells to his 2 brothers, guys, let's go. Brother 2 says, Givaldik, I got our vehicle to travel fast. Brother 3 grabs his potion, and the 3 of them charge to the palace. They get to the palace, and believe it or not, yes, the king's daughter is deathly ill, and no one knows what to do. Brother 3 pulls out his miracle potion, gives it to the king, gives it to the daughter. Baruch Hashem saves her life. The king says, how could I ever repay the 3 of you? How could I repay you? You know what I'm going to repay you? One of you will have this girl, this princess. You'll be able to marry her. The question is, which brother? Which brother? Brother 1 says, without me, we never would have known. Brother 2 says, without me, we never would have gone there. And brother 3 says, but without me, we never would have saved her life. Which one? And they're going back and forth trying to figure it out. And the girl, the princess, opens her eyes and says, can I opine? Can I give an opinion who I think? And she chooses the one with blonde hair. No. She says, can I give an opinion? He said, of course. She says, listen, brother 1, it's true. Without you, you wouldn't have known. And brother 2, without you would never have gone here. And the hakaras atoiv, the gratitude I have for the 2 of you knows no ends. But that is in the past. Brother 3, you gave me a potion, you gave me a medicine. We don't know what this illness I had was, but clearly what you gave me got me better, and I'm probably going to need that for the future. So you're the one that didn't just help me in the past. What you gave me is going to help me also for the future, and therefore you are the one I believe that I should marry. Says the Dubna Magid, our parents, what have they done for us? They brought us to this world. Without them, we never would have gotten anywhere. Aber HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Hashem, He also did all of that, and He makes us alive. But the next moment, and the moment after that, and tomorrow, and the next year, will only continue to live. via that chesed of Hashem. Says the Dubna Magids, so of course, who do we listen to first? And Avada, we're not belittling the Acharei Kedoshim we have to a parent. And it's true, what our parents have given us have built us into the people to continue further. But Hashem is giving us at every single moment, literally every single moment. And, recently, the brachas we say every morning, there's so many places we could point this to. But we say brachas HaShachar every morning. We say Moda'ani. We can start there. You're right. We can say Moda'ani. But just brachas HaShachar, it's like, Paikeach Ivrim. Hashem, you open my eyes. Paikeach Ivrim. Zoikiv Kifufim. I can walk. Forget about Malbish Arumim. I have clothing. Cost of clothing these days. In fact, I can wear something. But the physical being that we have, do we ever pause? Yeah, we're thank you, Hashem. Oh, slow. Let's slow down here. We say brachas every morning. Do we know what we're saying? We say Ashiyotzar. We've probably said this 1,000 times. But do we know what we're doing? Do we know what we're doing? We just went through Pesach. There you go. We just went through Pesach, right? And we spoke about Hallel Seder. It's all about Acharei Kedoshim and speaking over the Nisim. Gemaldik. In a day-to-day life, do we actually pause for one moment every day, whether it's your brachas, whether it's your Ashiyotzar, whether it's by Moedim, whether it's by Moda'ani? Whatever the point in your day is, do we actually pause and think for a second and give a real thank you to HaKadosh Baruch Hu? Do we? We say Baruch Hashem, we do. We say thank you Hashem, we do. We write it, we text it, we post it, we do all of the above. But do we actually mean it for one split second? Unfortunately, we don't. Let's just be honest for a moment. And if we do, let's realize Hashem owes us nothing. Oh, I'm so good. It's true. Great. Hashem still doesn't owe you whatever He gives you. The amount of brachas Hashem gives you. Chavis Alvavais in the beginning gives over such simple mishalim, and it's almost like, it sounds juvenile when he says. He says, imagine, I'll tell you one of the mishalim he says, it's mamish juvenile, but it's so basic. He says, imagine someone who was born blind. And one day there's a doctor comes up with a miracle cure to give you back your sight. Yeah, there's a waiting list, the whole process. Okay, we can play out the whole mashal. I'm not going to do it in the story time girl fashion. Play it out in your own mind. Okay, you finally get that appointment, you get in, do the surgery time, blah, blah, blah. A month later, you open your eyes, you can see for the first time. The thanks you have for that doctor is beyond. And by the way, a month and 25 years later, you're still going to remember that doctor because you know what it is to live without it. Unfortunately, we don't know, or fortunately, we don't know what it is to live without it. But for that moment, when we say Paikeach Ivrim, when we say, Shalei Asani Goy, can you imagine if we were a guy? Like just look what's going on in the world. Like pathetic creatures, pathetic, depressed, decrepit souls, figments of imagination. So the lesson, firstly, is of course the Acharei Kedoshim we have to have with our parents is beyond, even when they get difficult. And even when they want us to do things that we don't want to do, which I'm not talking about Averos, they want this, they want that. Okay, that's number one. But number two is we have to realize that yes, it all goes up to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. I just found that this mashal is basic, but it a little bit paints us a picture. That princess is going to marry the one with the medicine because she's going to forever be able to live with that medicine. I think that's a beautiful lesson.